Founded in 1887, the National Benevolent Association has been a faithful part of the Christian Church Disciples of Christ for more than 135 years. As your Health and Social Services General Ministry, we collaborate with leaders, health and social service organizations, and disciples congregations to help them strengthen and transform communities through compassion, healing, and justice.
When the COVID-19 pandemic began, NBA's Board of Trustees and leadership began working on solutions to best serve congregations, health and social service ministries, and other church partners who would surely see need related to this pandemic. This work resulted in the NBA COVID-19 response grants. To date, the NBA has been able to grant over $450,000 to 70 recipients, and applications are still open. To apply for a COVID-19 response grant, visit our website, nbacares.org.
As the NBA, our commitment is to bring to light how we are complicit in maintaining unhealthy systems of discrimination and oppression. We actively support our denominational efforts to be an anti-racist and pro-reconciling church. We nurture engagement strategies with our health and social service partners to transform the root causes of social injustice. We share resources on how congregations, individual disciples, and church leadership can support social justice movements happening inside and outside the life of the church. To access our equity resources, visit our website, nbacares.org.
NBA Social Entrepreneurship Program seeks to encourage and support new and innovative, faith-rooted social enterprises as they seek to change the narrative, embodying compassion, care, and justice in the world in tangible ways. One of the ways we support social entrepreneurs across the life of our church is through our seminar, equipping them with the skills to start a social enterprise, and through our Incubate partnership, which are an extended time to be able to support and strengthen new social enterprises as they scale forward to increase their impact in the world.
NBA takes seriously our calling to create communities of compassion and care, especially around mental health and wellness issues. And we do these through regular webinars in English and Spanish. At the onset of the pandemic, we responded through virtual soul care sessions in which we provided opportunities to pause and to process amid the global pandemic. These recorded sessions can be found on NBA's YouTube channel for you to use as you need them.
In 2014, the National Benevolent Association established the Explore program, a 10-month service residency year for young adults ages 21 to 30. In the last 6 years, our residents have contributed hundreds of thousands of volunteer hours to local communities through disciple congregations. Check out the voting rights resource that one recent resident produced. This year, Explore has gone on hiatus while we consider what is our next most faithful step.
Keep in touch with NBA. Follow @NBA Disciples on Twitter and Instagram, and like the National Benevolent Association on Facebook. You can also subscribe to the NBA YouTube channel, where we upload webinars, soul care sessions, vlogs, and other exciting resources. Be the first to know the latest news from NBA by subscribing to our monthly e-newsletter. You'll find a sign-up form on our website at nbacares.org/e-news.
We at NBA, we are so grateful that we had this opportunity to join with you in this virtual gathering of disciples. We are thankful to be church with you as we stand up for social justice, provide relief to communities affected by multiple pandemics, and to support health and social service ministries, including congregations, in their work to bring about wholeness, healing, and justice for the world.
Greetings, church. What a difficult time it has been for many of us, as we can't physically be together for worship, meals, communion, and regional gatherings. I am grateful that despite the difficult situation, we continue to be the church and continue to be in relationship and care for one another. Week of Compassion is your compassion at work around the world, around the year. As the Relief, Refugee, and Development Mission Fund of our church, Week of Compassion has been even more active during this pandemic as we continue to work with partners to alleviate suffering caused by COVID-19. Together, we share the presence of our wider church with people in need in many places at once. In the midst of a global pandemic, Disciples congregations, including many of you, as well as our global partners, have been working to respond to the crisis. From feeding ministries through local churches to long-term food sustainability programs around the world for vulnerable families and refugees, your gifts have been supporting urgent, critical needs while also preparing for the next crisis.
Because disasters continue to happen, affecting families and communities even during a pandemic. In August, a severe windstorm called a derecho in the Midwest damaged church buildings of multiple Disciples congregations and affected the members and neighbors of many more. Fires continue to burn across California, and an explosion in Beirut devastated the lives of many. As we are recording this message, damage assessments are underway in Texas and Louisiana in the wake of Hurricane Laura. In addition to these recent events, recovery efforts are ongoing from hurricanes, tornadoes, floods, and fires that occurred over the past several years. All of these responses and recoveries have been complicated by the pandemic. We truly are in this together. Because of the generosity, faithfulness, and partnership of Disciples past and present, Week of Compassion has been in a position to respond to these multiple crises. Through our COVID-19 relief grants, we've been able to provide assistance to 35 Disciple households in the Illinois-Wisconsin region who have been experiencing extreme financial hardship because of the pandemic. We've also partnered with congregations across the region, like at University Place Christian Church in Champaign, Illinois, where they adapted existing partnerships to continue providing food for children and families in their community.
The needs continue to be great as we work together to help our sisters and brothers impacted by disasters and by this pandemic. And because you, disciples, continue to be generous, we continue to better meet the urgent needs of this time while planning ahead for the future. Together, our global presence meets needs and embodies transformative hope. When we hear these voices speaking gratitude, we know that they represent so many more whose lives have been impacted by your compassion. Thank you, and keep up the good work, church.
Big thank you to Week of Compassion from the board members of Caminamos Juntos. Your gift means so much and has enabled us to continue to offer hope and stability to all our participants. Thank you, thank you.
Thanks to the support of Week of Compassion, we can provide more families with food and respect for their rights during this pandemic.
Thanks to the support from Week of Compassion, I am able to keep my job during the pandemic.
Thank you! Gracias!
Thank you so much.
During these unprecedented times, our churches are doing their best to navigate the many challenges of COVID-19. As you give thoughtful and prayerful consideration to continue your ministries, there are so many things to think about in order to move forward as safely as possible. My name is Lisa Gonzalez, and I am the Director of Loss Control at Insurance Board. We have spent countless hours working diligently to stay abreast of the ever-changing information and recommendations in order to provide the most comprehensive resources to support you during COVID-19. We remain committed to that effort. It is important for churches to understand the concern surrounding this virus is very real. It is not the flu. It is something none of us have ever experienced in our lifetimes, and we should proceed with great caution. The good news is that our ministries have persevered and served as the guiding light in a sea of darkness for so many across our country. You have demonstrated sheer resilience and contributed to your communities in such meaningful ways without putting others at risk. We applaud your ingenuity and your ability to push yourselves beyond the boundaries of your comfort zones. You have explored new ways to minister, to worship, and to enjoy fellowship. We have faith you will continue to be even more creative and demonstrate your tenacity and grit to serve God, and we celebrate you for doing so. We are your partners, and we will continue to support you throughout these challenging times. We encourage all of our churches to take great care and to follow CDC, state, and local recommendations, and to always consider your most vulnerable populations when making decisions. We offer a wide range of COVID-19 resources through our website at www.insuranceboard.org. We have created a COVID-19 toolkit containing multiple church-specific resources. Additionally, we have compiled links and videos related to the various aspects of COVID-19 that are relevant for churches. Please look for the release of our new COVID-19 resources, a video featuring leaders and experts from the Disciples of Christ, United Church of Christ, and Presbyterian Church USA, providing guidance on policy and liability concerns for leadership and clergy. There is also a companion video specifically created for staff, volunteers, and members of your congregation on helping prevent the spread of COVID-19. As we celebrate our 35th anniversary this year, we are honored to be able to offer these options for consideration as you deliberate the next steps for your house of worship. Insurance Board protects your ministries by offering resources to support it.
Hello, my name is India, and I am your Christian Church Foundation representative for the Christian Church in Illinois and Wisconsin. Our ministry focus is long-term investing and stewardship for congregations and ministry partners. We also provide planned giving services for individuals and families to help them achieve their financial and charitable goals. For information on faith-based investing or how to begin your charitable legacy, you can call me at 1-800-668-8016. We look forward to talking with you soon. God bless.